I welcome you all for today's webinar. So, as we know that the Indian Nursery Men Association is a registered non-governmental organization which was established around 35 years ago. By far, it has accumulated 4,000 lifetime members across several states of India, and it is proudly the only non-profit organization which is at the forefront of redefining, collaborating, and improvising the nursery business across India. The Nursery Men is an extended network which combines around 2 lakh farmers as well. So there are some principles along which the association functions, which can roughly be understood as advocacy, being authoritative educators, being collaborative across the industry, fervent supporters of plant businesses, and passionate promoters of healthy and green communities. These are some of the principles which the planners of the Indian Nursery Men Association and the newly formed governing board take care of. It was founded by late Shri Jagudan-Dist in the year 1987. Mr. Y.P. Singh is the current president of the association, and he is the 9th in the leadership position since the establishment of our NGO. The Indian Nursery Men Association is a network of strength, support, and success. It truly represents the green industry with its reach in the horticulture industry, including landscape and forest industry, plant breeders, greenhouses, and nursery growers, florists, students, researchers, manufacturers, and all other similar stakeholders. There are some broader areas in which the association is working. This includes PR and advocacy, networking and partnerships, capacity building and study tour, fundraising, research and development, events and exhibitions, publications and papers. There are some influential people who also join hands with the Indian Nursery Men Association for increasing the green awareness. Recently, the Nursery Men Association organized its annual general meeting and seminar on the problems of nurseries, garden centers in urban areas and their solutions in New Delhi. It was also a facilitation event of the members who donated for the PM Cares Fund. Under the advocacy area, the association has been putting forth the issues of the nursery sector from time to time during the COVID pandemic in 2020 and thereafter. It brought several problems before the government of India. Then it discussed and the proposed Nursery Act by Ministry of Agriculture through various forums. The advocacy with National Horticulture Board was to establish the Horticulture Export Council. Since the Indian market is recording exponential growth in the business of floriculture and live plants, the demands of the INA to the Government of India were to conduct a national level survey by NHB, to set up at least 4 international standards nursery hubs in India, important role in the process of horticulture, setting up of development of research and development centers. The INA membership drive has now gone global and it is available in countries like India, Japan, Vietnam, Netherlands, Italy, Colombia. The publication include the monthly magazine Nursery Today and the Directory for Horticulture, which is published every 3 years. The INA is organizing the Seed for Future webinar series on a regular basis, and it would not be wrong to say that without the efforts of Mr. Sachin Brahmankar, this webinar series would not have been possible. The association organizes the exhibition and events. These are some of the pictures from the show. Thank you. Over to you, Sachin sir.
Thank you very much, madam. As all of you know that today we have the topic of nursery irrigation management and solutions. जैसे आप सभी लोग जानते हैं कि पानी का प्लांट्स के लिए महत्व बहुत है, कितना डालना है, कैसे डालना है, किस तरह से डालना है, उसको फर्टिगेशन कैसे करना है. तो water plays a very vital role in the growth as well as Nutrient also play a vital growth and which minimize the pest and disease problem also. So इसमें मार्गदर्शन करने के लिए today we have with us Mr. Milind Farkade sir. He is BTech Agriculture Engineering. He's graduated from College of Agriculture Engineering and Technology Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit Akola in the year 1992 with the specialization in irrigation engineering. After completion of engineering, he had joined largest irrigation company Jain Irrigation Systems Limited that is based at Jalgaon. As we all of know that Jain Irrigation is a very one of the reputed company in the world which is dealing in the micro irrigation business. So he's working in Jain Irrigation System since 1992 as a technical support engineer. He's worked in various departments of the company like design, project, sales, and marketing. He's having 30 years rich experience in modern irrigation system. As part of gaining further knowledge of irrigation, he has visited Israel, USA, UAE, and so many other countries of the world. So today we have with us a very knowledgeable, experienced, and eminent personality, Milind sir. So I welcome him on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association, and I request him to deliver this today's and talk on very important topic, that is nursery irrigation management and its solution. So once again, I request Milind sir to deliver his talks. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sachin. Whether I am properly audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, give me a little time to share my file. Thank you once again, Mr. Sachin and INA, Indian Nurserymen Association. Thank you, President Sir, General Secretary, Vice President, and especially last 1 week, Mr. Sachin and Shivani is coordinating with me for this webinar. And on behalf of my organization also, I welcome all of you, all those who have joined this, those who are seeing on the Facebook also, it is Facebook Live. Thank you once again. I will start my presentation. As rightly said by Mr. Sachin, regarding water, this aspect, this figure, all of you know. I will not read this figure or any figure. Everyone is aware of this shortage of water, shortage of, and also water is not abundant everywhere. Somewhere it is very good rainfall, or somewhere it is very less rainfall, and it is not equally divided among the our subcontinent or say India. So it is to be precisely used, and there is good chance there are equipment for saving of water in our our nurseries. We should not only look into the water management for entire solution. There are various solutions available with us in the market or with us for the irrigation management in the nursery. I believe this is in our nursery sector, it is limited use of this modern technology. Through this platform, I try to suggest this irrigation system should I request everyone, nurserymen and other people also, those who are watching, to use this available technology. Sorry, I forgot my colleague name, Mr. Dr. Manish Sharma. Thank you, Dr. Manish Sharma. I think he might have joined. I have seen it. Okay. This is a very, water is very, what you can say, important for as in agriculture, industry, and same thing in our nursery. Irrigation is very important aspect for nursery plant production, and this is to be properly maintained, intensively managed. It should be properly maintained so that our plants should get proper and superior quality, so that people will purchase immediately or there will be a more demand. as when we see inadequate irrigation is there, often result most of the slow growth, leaf color is not proper, or the foliage is not properly. Or as compared to when we are giving the proper water, adequate water. At the same time, innovated when there is the less water, there are excess water that result in such kind of symptoms. There should be a proper balance. This is not possible, that the balance is not possible in case of manual system. So these are the technologies we should use. I think this is the common practice you are seeing on the picture, generally used in nurseries for the shower or pipe network or some other user. So this is this water, when we are using with the manual method, what there is more excess water or sometimes less water, or also it is costing more, though you are not paying directly because there be water is not, you are right now you are not paying for the water for the, but maybe in future you may have to pay for the water. How we will manage in that case? How we will cost benefit ratio we will manage? So there are the modern technology. This modern technology we should use. Efficient irrigation system we should use. In that case also we can have automation for the installed system also. What are the types that we are irrigation system? One is micro irrigation. All of you you know, but again I may be wrong in telling, but in our nursery there is a minimum use of these irrigation systems. Another is micro or mini sprinkler systems, another overhead system, and those who are using in the green nurseries for the propagation, seed propagation, for they are using mostly in greenhouse or polyhouse or shade house. There also we can use this kind of irrigation system. But in greenhouse or polyhouse or shade house, these kind of systems, micro irrigation or mini sprinklers or fogger system, combination of fogger system, these are widely used. This is very popular in case of seed propagation in the greenhouse or the protected culture. I will say protected cultivation. All one by one we will see all these products, components, how it should be designed properly in a short time. This is the minimum 1 hour or 40 minutes. I may not be deliver everything in a one go, but I will try to put some message to you so that you will think about this system, and you people will try to use this irrigation system in your nursery. Whatever we are talk this kind of system, micro irrigation, sprinkler, mini sprinkler, mini or micro irrigation, overhead sprinklers. Somehow the structure is same. We required a pump here, then filter. Filter we will cover in later stage also, but just what are the components that I am going to talk. That filters may be sand filter, screen filter, or ditch filter, or hydrocyclone filter. Then fertigation unit will come, then their main line, then sublines. On that subline, small tubings, or we call it the lateral, that will come. On that lateral, we put the emitting device. Emitting device according to the crop water requirement. We put this emitting device. And then accessories, there are control valve, there are ear valve, all together one system. Various components we have to put all these, and it will have a micro irrigation system. And this system can be run on the solar pumping also. We can make automated also with the help that we will discuss in eventually in next slide. Why modern irrigation? Why this irrigation system we should use? Because water is applied at a low rate, maintain optimum air and water within the root zone of that particular plant, whether it is container or whether it is poly bag or in agriculture also. Water is, when it is water is giving drop by drop and for a longer period, not for the shorter period or a longer period. And it is applied at a proper interval, frequent interval, and as per the need of that container or how much water we have to put. That we can decide the timing properly. Water is applied very slow, low pressure piping system. Water is applied at the plant and not to the entire field. What happened in case of our manual system, you are watering to the field, not to the plant. But here, water goes to the plant root zone. That is the reason we are, this is the most popular in agriculture also, horticulture also. All people, farmers are using things long back, since 3 decades back. But we have to use, our nurserymen should promote or use this kind of system in their nursery. And soil also, it is soil moisture contained in that container or plant container, it will maintain properly, so that water will be uniformly given to the particular plant. Advantage, all of you know, first is water saving, but at the same time, fertilizer, when we are using this kind of modern technology, if you use fertigation system along with this system, you can take the best advantage of this system. Plant growth will be proper as compared to in your conventional irrigation. You will get the early maturity of the particular plant, or you will get the best quality of the plant. Of course, when you are giving water to manually watering, you are giving not to the plant but open area also. There may be a chances of weed there, but this also we are going to control. Of course, labor, because one man can handle minimum 25 acre of that with the help of even more than that. So labor cost will be less. At the same time, suppose he is one labor can handle in 25 acre. He has to only switch on the pump. I'm talking about the manual system. When he has to switch on the pump and switch on the walls or the sequence, whatever you want to sectioning as per the design, he has to switch on the wall. At the same time, when you switch on the wall, the water, I lightly said like previously, that water is going to be a long period, drop by drop. So for that time, he can do other work. Disease control will improve, as rightly said by Mr. Sachin in initial talk, that you are giving less water, you are giving to the root zone of the crop plant. So disease control will be there, weed control will be there. And it can be used, we can use for any planting material. And of course, when you are using pumping energy also we can save, but in terms of unit it will save. But generally our pumpings are based on, our connections are based on HP wise. That will not directly affect, but with the help of micro irrigation, when your conventional HP may be more, but in case of drip irrigation system or micro or mini sprinkler system, our pumping system we can reduce that. But in case of your existing pump, we have to plan according to your pumping available pumps. And it can be operated anyone. You don't require any sophisticated person to operate. Anyone just has to switch on the pump and switch on the valve. We have seen this. There are various components of that irrigation system. One by one, we will discuss. This is a polytube where we are putting the drippers. These drippers we are going to put. The drippers are various discharge rates, right from 1 LPS to 14 LPS. The drippers are openable dripper, pressure compensating dripper, non-pressure compensating dripper. Even there are stake dripper. This dripper you can directly put it into your container, plastic container or poly bag directly, so that water will properly reach to your plant root zone. There are different kind of drippers according to the plant capacity or container capacity. We can select that 2 LPH or 4 LPH. There are pressure compensating. When we use this kind of pressure compensating dripper, you will get the precise water in your container over the longer length also. Suppose your submarine here and your submarine length is lateral length is more. In that, there may be some variation in the pressure within the plot, but that dripper, this pressure compensating dripper will deliver precise water to the root zone or the plant container or plants. Then these are the extension tube which connect to the from this lateral tube to the dripper to the plants, or vinyl tube also we can use. This is the inline. Here in online system we are putting drippers. These drippers we have to fix, but inline the drippers are manufactured at the time, drippers are inserted at the time of manufacturing itself. But this may be these are generally used for the row crop, but in seed propagation or propagation on the soil, we can use that kind. Maybe or in case of container planting, we can use, but we have to see distance between the dripper, because the distance minimum distance between two dripper is available from right from 20 centimeter to 150 centimeter. So accordingly, that maybe we can use. We have to think depending on the orientation of your container. We have to think, but maybe use. But it's a good system. In that also there is a pressure compensating or non-pressure compensating drippers are available, or drippers right very slow. Small drip discharge also available, right from 0.6 LPH to 4 LPH. 4 LPH means 4 liter per hour. 1 hour when we are going to operate the system 1 hour, that water will get plant 4 liter per plant. This we have talked. We got different kind of openable drippers, non-openable drippers, or small drippers. Depending on the plant container, our container size, we can select the discharge. We can select the dripper as per our need, or even we can take different stick drippers are available. These are we can directly put in the container also, plant container. See how it is different kind of application, or for a container, hanging container also you can use the drip system. You can use on the table, front area, nursery, display area also you can use. Propagation purpose also you can use with sprinkler system, or everything, whatever the plant container size, you can use this drip irrigation system. And see here, from one location we have taken a 4 connection here for the 4 plant from one location. Suppose here this is lateral, this is the extension tubing, and this is the stake dripper. We call it a stake dripper. The dripper we are using 4 LPH or 8 LPH. Water will be distributed equally to the each plant or each container. We have to use PC dripper in that case when we are using this kind of connection, and water will be distributed. Suppose we have selected 4 LPH dripper there, and 4 connection we are taking off. Then we will get 1 LPH to the 1 liter per hour per plant or per container particularly. Another, there are drippers, bubblers, emitting device. You can use bubbler also. From one location, you can take out 4 connection, 8 connection, or 6 connection. Depending on our need, we can use. or your bigger container is there, your water requirement is there, there is a bubbler also. Suppose we are using the same dripper or same ladder on the same subline. In that case, some plant you may within that plot you have some bigger size container and you want more water. That in that case you can use this type of bubblers. The bubbler is getting about right from 5 means 2 LPA to adjustable dripper is there up to 50 liter per hour. From the same dripper you can get 0 to 50 liter. Like that emitting device is also available. Means you can cater the daily need of your brand. There are different kind of emitting devices are available with this, and we have to select according to the container water plant container water requirement. Then this kind of when we require the full coverage of the, sometimes you require in nursery full coverage of the sprinkler. Instead of this drippers, we can use the micro sprinkler systems also. It can cover radius right from 2 meter to the up to 8 meter. Different sprinkler according to the different discharge, different coverage method, low angle, or you need inverted position. Sometimes we have to put the sprinkler or discharge minimum. All we can cater. There are different nozzles. You see, there are different nozzles you are there for the each sprinkler according to the our need. How much application of water we need at that particular area, we can select the nozzle. This is the one of the type of hydraulic design, or we will discuss. We can discuss with you at the time of designing of the particular nursery area. Or jets also there, small jets are there. This will cover in the pattern of full circle. This will cover in the only rates that also available. These are the right from 0.5 meter to 0.5 meter to 5 up to 5 meter. This is this can cover. And this comes with entire assembly. You don't have to do any at your nursery level. This assembly, if you want factory fitted assembly with the stake, extension tube, everything we will get. Or you want to install yourself, separate parts are also available. It depends on you. This riser pipe, riser, metal riser, or extension tube, their fitting, all everything very easy to install at your location also. You don't, and this when you want to install, beauty of this irrigation systems are you don't require any sophisticated tools also. Very small tools are there, or at the time of only at the filters location you may require some bigger spanner and all, or pumping location or connecting or pumping delivery to the submain filter, or otherwise you don't require any big tools also. Then we talk about drip irrigation, micro irrigation or drip irrigation, micro sprinklers, and a mini sprinkler also up to range up to 8 meter. This we but you required in nursery drip irrigation as well as micro irrigation system with the sprinkler irrigation system. This sprinkler irrigation system we can use one for the entire when you require to cover the entire area or entire planting area. That case you can use the sprinkler system. One advantage of this sprinkler system will be you can apply hose irrigation. Sometimes why some hose irrigation is popular, you want to clean the dust also. With this help of this sprinkler system, we can clean your dust free your plants also. When you require to cover the entire area, that purpose will be solved. Also, your dust, suppose nursery located near dusting area. In that case, you want to clean the leaf of your plant. This also will help you that way also. Component mostly are the same what we have discussed earlier. Only emitting device will replace with the help emitting device we call here overhead sprinkler. The sprinkler nowadays, earlier the sprinklers are metal sprinkler mostly, but nowadays higher range sprinklers are also available with low pressure also. There are sprinklers which are operating on 1.5 kg as like micro irrigation system and giving the higher range of radius with high discharge, low discharge. These are also available. It is not like that you do for the sprinkler you require higher pressure, right? From 1.5 to maximum 2 to 2.5 pressure range. These sprinklers are also available, and you can use that with along with your drip irrigation system. But the same pump we can use when it is designed irrigation system. While selecting the sprinkler system, you should be a low droplet impact. You should have a low application rate and should have low working pressure, or you should not more power to that, or you should have longer life. And when there is a low pressure, you will not impact any sensitive plant or not. These are the sprinklers. These are all sprinklers from the full circle, part circle sprinkler. Even these sprinklers can be adjusted. Same sprinkler can be adjusted for the half circle area. You want it for the particular area you wanted to run half circle or 90-degree or 0 to 90. With the help of this sprinkler, we can use 0 to 360-degree same sprinkler. You don't have to purchase separate sprinkler. In the same model, you will get only full circle. It will rotate the full circle, but you can there are other model. If you use in the same model full and part circle, we can get it from the same sprinkler. This range is right from 6 meter to 15 meter radius of range is there. What discharge you require, what radius of throw you require, depending on the that we can select the sprinkler. There are different nozzles also. We have to select at the time of designing or selecting what depending on the pressure and depending on the water available with us. We can select that nozzle. Then you may require for forest area. You or lawn area is there, lawn developers is there. You can use this kind of metal sprinkler, which are in a larger range of right from 12 meter to 54 meter, or even there are larger sprinkler. But nursery mostly you don't require. But those are selling a lawn and the lawn nursery are there. They can use the for a temporary system for watering this sprinkler. In this sprinkler system, this sprinkler I forgot to mention. It can be this sprinkler system maybe your drip irrigation system is a fixed network. Means piping will be fixed, your lateral tubing, everything will be fixed. Beauty of this sprinkler system is portable sprinkler systems you can do for your nursery. Semi-permanent system you can do, or permanent system also do. In permanent system, everything will be fixed as per your requirement of the nursery requirement. In semi-permanent, you will lay the piping network or submain line network or outlet network, and you can portable sprinkler portable set you can move here and here. In portable, everything will be portable, right from main pipeline, supply line, or lateral, whatever you use in that system, it will be a portable one. It will be you can after irrigation or after watering, you can take it out. Then greenhouse, I believe those who are using nursery bins, those who are having greenhouse, already they are without this irrigation system, there will no greenhouse. You will find out poly house or shade house. These are some of the pictures of nursery irrigation. In nursery, the same system, micro irrigation, sprinkler system we can use. This depend on the soil culture, micro irrigation system depend on your soil culture, it can be used for your traditional soil culture also, potted plant also, or combination of dripper and micro sprinkler. That is also it. It depends on your what type of a propagation is there, or what type of crop is there, what type of soil media is there. And this, as rightly I mentioned, this is same dripper PC or non-PC, which has a PC pressure. When it is PC pressure compensating, you have an advantage of equal discharge. In non-PC, there may be a little possibility. That is also when you are properly designed. Non-PC also very good, not issue. When it is properly designed, water also we will get given discharge. But there may be a chances when there is a you can say variation in the pressure. That time there may be a little chances of variation in the discharge. Then boom irrigation, for the especially for the this boom irrigation. When there is a seed propagation, this is the popular system for seed propagation. This kind of system in greenhouse, that is also available. And mostly they are using. It is not new for the greenhouse protected cultivation cultivated people. They are using this kind of system. This all same system, same product we can use. But selection will depend on our crop, plant, planting media, container, where you are going to use. Depending on that, different kind of discharge, different kind of radius of throw in case of micro or mini sprinkler, that is it. In boom irrigation, it is there also where we use this micro. There are sprinkler. This is the cost of the boom irrigation is more. This is made that may be the reason it is not popular, but it has its added advantages. These are the components of the fogging system or sprinkler, inverted sprinkler. This we can use the inverted sprinkler also. These are the foggers, 4-way, 1-way, with the LPD device. This LPD device means leak prevention device. When your system is shut down, the no water will be fall on your plant. So that immediate closing of your emitting devices will be there. That is from the fogger. Then this fogger will foggers are generally available only for a water discharge. But innovative fogger is also there when it required a fine droplet. This fogger will give you 40 micron, 40 to 50 micron of droplet size. But this turbo fogger is there. You can pass air and water at the same time. As the air is passing with along with the water, you will get the fine droplet at the fine droplet. When somebody is working, the water will not, he will not get wet in that also. And with this fogger also, insecticide or pesticide system, we can
I think you have lost your.
Hello. Hello.
Milind sir, Mr. Milind, your voice is cracking. Just check your mic.
Okay, this may be the network connection. Sorry.
I think you have the network connection.
Yeah, I will switch off my video. It is audible now?
No, it's audible now.
Yeah, I'm here with the fogger. So you can use this kind of fogger when you require very small droplet size, right from up to 8 micron also. We can use this kind of fogger. It depends on your crop need, what you require there. Actually, selection will depend on that. I think okay. This we have covered up to irrigation system for nurseries also. Our nursery men are also in the landscape irrigation, and they are very widely using this product. Sprinkler, pop-up sprinklers, or overhead sprinkler for some time. These sprinklers are installed underground for the lawn purposes. Gear driven or impact driven sprinklers are also there. And overhead sprinkler when for the flower bed, this type of sprinkler we can use. When we are using the gear driven sprinkler, whenever the word sprinkler will come, it will have pressure, it will require a proper discharge. And we can, this beauty of this pop-up sprinklers.
Sir, I think your network issue.
I believe there is a network issue. I think I'm working on it. Let me check. I believe, yes.
You have the network issue. It's
Hello.
not, you're not properly audible.
Hello. Hello. Sorry for interruption. Actually, like in the presenters, our audio is fine.
Okay.
I mean, I can hear like continuously, so no problem. It's
maybe at your sir, Sachin sir.
I'm not able to hear you properly. You just go, please go.
Okay. In landscape irrigation, same system we can use. Only product emitting devices product are different according to your need. That is in lawn, this pop-up sprinkler is used. When there is plants or tree, that micro irrigation system that it for or mini sprinkler use. And the shrub, for the shrubs and the flower bed, we use this kind of overhead sprinkler. It is a combination of all these products. And these are popularly used, but still use of these sprinklers in the landscape is still less. I think only 20% the landscape area it is covered till time. 20% means 20% people or 20% user they are using, not at all thoroughly. They are also again sorry to say mostly manual systems are used. And when you are using manual system, their overuse of water is definitely there. But here, all your vertical gardens, the nursery people are in vertical gardens also. All the vertical gardens are with the help or these plants are with the help of getting water with the help of this irrigation system, modern drip irrigation system only, or 100%. Because these are the very difficult in vertical garden. It is very difficult to water each and each plant by manually. And you require a mechanism for that. Drip irrigation or micro irrigation system is very popular there. See the picture. This is a different project site. These are installed by our various people, nurserymen or contractor. These are people. We have discussed the emitting device for the various irrigation system, sprinkler, micro irrigation, or drip irrigation system. In the sprinkler, drip irrigation system, or mini sprinkler system, or micro system, we require a proper filtration. What I showed in earlier starting side, we require a proper filtration. Please note that these filtration are used, whatever the next three fourth slide I'm discussing on the filtration of the irrigation system. These are used only for the physical impurities or impurities removed from the water, not for the chemical. Physical impurities removed or sand particle, clay particle, that will be removed. This is we call it the rotoclean filter. This we can put at the suction of the pump. Instead of here it will come with non-return wall also, and the suction rotoclean filter. Whatever the physical impurities are there, leaves are there in mostly or clay particle, we can entrap here itself by putting the rotoclean at the suction side of the filter. Then there is a sand separator. If you are using the water, suppose your water source is river water or borewell water, there may be a problem of silt or sand particle that comes. Whatever the heavier particles are there in the water, that will be entrap or remove from that. It will not entrap, but it will remove from that water with the help of this kind of filter. We call it a sand separator. There are different range available depending on the customer need. This we have initially started, we have improved this. All the filters are available. This is one of the plastic range, plastics, engineering plastics or specialty practice materials manufactured with the help of specialty plastic. And this with the metal. Depending on the requirement, we are mostly promoting on the metal because plastic ones, sorry, plastic filter, because these are the corrosion problem. Then after that, this filter we are using, we call it sand or media filter. There are different vertical or horizontal model. That rightly said, biological or physical impurity from the water, it will be settled down. There is a silica sand in that only in this filter, and water will pass through that bed, and a filter water we will get to the our irrigation system. There are vertical or horizontal model. This filter will need to be maintained properly so that whatever the physical impurities entrap on that soil sand bed, we need to take out. Otherwise, it will become a one cake of that soil clay particle on that. We have to regularly flush, backwash that filter. So there are 4 valves, one inlet, outlet, and 2 back. One is back for backwash watering, and one is passing water from the downside. That part of. When we are using that kind of filter, we have to, as we have to backwash properly, we have to do manually. But that operation also sophisticated with the help of some small controller, hydraulic valve we are using, and then manual operation. Though suppose you don't have automated system also, in that case also, automation be given for the backwashing purpose also in this filter. Then second range is secondary filters, the screen filter. These are mostly popular in plastics also. And there are metal filters also there. These are the elements which will our water will filter on that, and water the physical impurities will be settled. These are the 100 microns filter for the mini drip irrigation system we do require. And semi-automatic arrangement is also there to clean that. One plug back for the regular cleaning of some whatever the impurities are on that screen, we can remove with the help of this small one. Different kind of filters are there depending on our need, Y type, L type, 2N or 3N type, depending on the requirement we can. Then there are the automatic filters are there. Whatever here we have to take out the your screen element out, but here we are doing with the help of some manual arrangement. Here all the arrangement will be automatic. When your system is running, that time also if pressure differential is more, and this controller will detect that there is more pressure difference when inlet and outlet, means that screen is clogged. That case, it will automatically start the cleaning. Your irrigation system will be also in operation. In that case, manual operation, manual filters, we need to stop your irrigation. Then this filter are also there. Instead of screen, metal screen there, the screens discs are there. Discs are inserted, and separate discs are there manufactured, and these are compacted in one element, so that the same micron size filtration is can be happen with this element, and it is more like, because of it is a plastic, it will not corrode, so it is more like, but it is little costlier as compared to screen card. Here also plastic Y type, L type, or screen, metal, are different, right from 3 meter cube, very small filter, to bigger size, or when we require higher size filter, we can make a combination of 1 or 2, 3, 4 filters. Then fertigation systems, small venturi systems are there, which we can give the fertigation with the help of this venturi or tank, or when required very precise fertigation, proportional fertigation. Then injector pumps are also there, injector pumps are also there. Then machine, fertigation machine, with the automatic selection of the fertigation schedule as per our requirement. For that also fertigation machines are also there. This can maintain your EC and pH also properly in the system. That we'll discuss in our automation, right? But independently also we can use without automation also this machine also. But in that case, EC and pH also possible. EC is not possible, pH is possible to maintain in the program. Then second thing, piping. There are PVC piping, HDPE piping, or portable piping. In case of this, these are the portable piping. In case of sprinkler, when you need portability, then you can use this portable sprinkler system. This is the portable HDPE pipe also. Or here your these are the HDPE pipe 6 meter in length, or coil also available, PVC pipe. Depending on what type of systems you require, there are piping also available. Again, when there is a suppose our nursery, we do have some drainage problem. For that, we can install the drainage system. These are the PVC or HDPE drainage pipe. We can put in our system. That is the different again subject for the drainage. That piping also is available. We should use that. Excess water can be removed from your nursery. Then these are kind of walls, control wall for operation, manual operation, gear wall. We call it gear wall, flush wall. Flush wall is used at the end of the system to clean the submain. Or this small flush, lateral flush are there. This we are using at the end of the lateral, so that automatically when there is low pressure, when you are closing the system or starting the system, that time there will be low pressure. That time, whatever the suppose some by mistake some dirt or clay particle or particle impurities are there in the piping, that can be automatically removed if you put the lateral flush end also. I mean, generally there's end cap, small end cap are used, but with the help of this little device called lateral end flush device, we can use automatically whatever the impurity there that can be removed also. We've seen various kind of systems, right from my drip irrigation, micro sprinkler, or mini sprinkler, overhead system, or a irrigation system for greenhouse. That system, what are the means? We should have proper design for that, and we should have cost effective. That system should be cost effective. That selection of the emitting device is that our need of soil moisture should have maintained properly, and we should get a proper efficiency. In micro irrigation system, we are getting 95% or even 95% or 100% efficient. Sprinkler system, you will get it 80%, 70 to 80%, depending on the nozzle you are going to use, depending on the sprinkler you are going to use. What you require during for designing your program map, you have to, because there are different kind of container you are using, right? From 16 to the bigger size, you have to put in such a manner, and that map we should have, so that we can use proper system design, or same discharge reports or different discharge reports we can use. We should have proper map of that system. Assessment, we should have to do existing capacity, what is pump available, water available, then water requirement, different water requirement, different container may have different water requirement, different plant may have different. What are that? We can group one different plant in one group, those who are having same water requirement. Then selection of our emitting device that we have discussed, selection of PVC submains in PVC pipe size, pressure rating, the same thing with the main line, same thing with the filter selection, what type of filter we should select, depends the filtration unit we should select, what type capacity selection is also there, depending on your irrigation system design. And we do suggest, suppose there is a new pumping we have to use, suppose you don't have pump, they're available, or you want to replace existing one, then we suggest on the pumping capacity to be calculated properly. Then suppose you don't want to do with water storage tank, then in that case storage capacity we can calculate for the entire day. And suppose you are taking water from different source, say river or canal or like that, we should have proper pipeline for that, and that has to be properly designed to get the full water requirement of our nursery. See, selection of the sprinkler, what type of micron size we required. Limiting devices as well.
Farkade sir, sorry to disturb you. Just we have to wrap up the session in next 2 to 3 minutes because we have the next speaker, Dr. Manish
Yeah,
Sharma.
sorry,
Yeah,
I not
yeah,
seen
please.
because I am not getting my watch
Please,
in front of me. Sorry. Then there is a irrigation system. This entire system we can irrigate automated also with the help of some controller, solenoid valve. We don't require in that only irrigation controller and the solenoid valves we require some accessories we require. This automated irrigation systems. There is a whatever we discuss all manual irrigation system will be as it is. Only we are going to put solenoid valves and one controller. In that controller, there are two type of control automation system: time-based or volume-based irrigation system, or sensor-based. In time-based, that system will be run on the whatever the irrigation timing we require based on that. In volume-based, what volume we require for the entire zone, that that we need to calculate, and we need to put in the control. We need to put that figure. So it is volume based. In sensor based, we can use the tensiometer, and that tensiometer will connect it to the controller, and whatever it will judge the dryness of the water in that, and it will connect, give signal to our controller. It will operate. See, this system cables are connected to the wall from the controller, and again controller cables are connected to the panel or starter of that pump. It will give signal to the starter, and starter will give signal to the pump, and the irrigation system will all operation. That is watering to the plants, wall operation, filter backwash operation, or pump operation, or fertigation we can do with the help of this automated system. We can use injecting pump with this system. I'm a little moving fast. Or these machines also we can select a different ratio of this NPK also, or we can maintain AC and pH with the help of this automatic machine, and the controller also. There are sensors. It gets different kind of automation. I will not discuss this. You know the advantage of automation. There are this system we can make with the hardware. In hardware, cable will be there. In hybrid, cable plus wireless. In wireless, there is some RTU, radio transmitter unit is there that we use, and that will give communicate with the controller. So there is no, when there is a large area, we will use wireless system also. Or hybrid. Hybrid means sometimes nearer wall we will cover with the help of cable, and some walls we at the distance wall we cover with the wireless system RTU. Then in that case, that system will be hybrid or web-based. That kind of system, this controller, both controller, we need to go there to operate that controller or change the programming. What are the programming we are going to change? That we need to go there. Then web-based system is there. That web-based system you can operate anywhere from the world. It is directly connected to the internet, and it has email password, and as the Gmail user ID and the password is there, and you can connect and to the controller or to that system. I just move forward. Then checking, you required before and after irrigation checking or during irrigation. Little maintenance is required to have any system. When there are a lot of components are there involved in the system, more than 8 to 10 components of are in one. You need a proper maintenance of that irrigation system. You have to take. Then that maintenance is divided into daily, periodic, fortnightly maintenance, periodic chemication also we can do. But we have to take care in our nursery whether my plant is susceptible to that acid. Depending on that, that we have to select. We can use phosphoric acid, I believe. I can use, but we have to take care. And seasonal storage or installation, sometimes we require that we have to take care. Current daily maintenance, we can pump is properly operating at the proper pressure. Is there any leakage or there? Inspect. We should inspect that entire system, whether water is coming from that or not. We can check whether uniform water I am getting. You can with the help of some container, small measurable container, you can check the discharge of that. We should use flush that tubing, the lateral tubing, just by removing the end cap. Also, we can flush that laterals. And even with the help of some flush wall is there outside, that flush wall we can open and let the water go for some time, little time, 2-3 minutes, so that entire water in the supplement will go out and system will be maintained properly. You can clean, in the case of screen filter, you should remove that screen and clean whatever the properly under the some pressure water or tap water, so that whatever the clay particle or foreign particles are maybe entrapped in the screen, that can be removed. This little care we need to take, that we can share this with the, when you are going to install that system, this manual we will share with you what type of care and maintenance you should take, that we generally. And this is our complex. Jain factory we call it. It's Jain factory means Jain plant factory we call it. Spread across 500 acre. Out of that, 100 acre is mostly for nursery, tissue culture, and most again 55 acres of greenhouse protected cultivation there are installed. All your nurserymen are welcome to visit this complex, where all type of system we install, different kind of system, we install different kind of structure according to the our requirement for the, as we are in nursery, there are open grafting nursery or tissue culture, primary and secondary hardening is required. All kind of live demos is there. You will get everything there to see. You are welcome to, all nurserymen are all welcome to visit there. Just we have to take care of the COVID norms and all. We will take care. So my contact details are there, and let's see get better way together. Thank you, Sachin sir. So I have not seen my timing. I may be sorry for that. We'll check. Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Milind sir, for sharing a very valuable information on the irrigation systems. You are focused on each and every aspect necessary for the nurseryman. Thank you very much once again for sharing valuable information.
Very wide, sorry sir, this is a wide subject. In a limited time,
Yeah,
I try to show use. 1 day or 2 days required to entire see the designing, exactly, or operation. Even for the operation maintenance, minimum 3 to 4 hours are required to deliver the exact information to share. But I hope that with this small information you might have got some knowledge or some product.
You have covered very nicely all detailed information necessary for the participants. Thank you very much, Milind sir, once again. Now we have with us next speaker, Dr. Manish Kumar Sharma. He is an assistant professor at College of Agriculture, SDAU, Junagadh in Gujarat. So I welcome Manish sir on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association. He has also graduated in horticulture. He did his PhD in horticulture in a specialization in floriculture and landscape, and he has a wide experience in the field of horticulture. He has also served to Jain Irrigation also for 3 to 4 years, and now Dr. Manish sir is in the teaching research, and he's doing a lot of activities related to horticulture and floriculture. So we are very grateful that today we have with us Dr. Manish Sharma sir. So I welcome him on behalf of Indian Nursery Association, and we are short in time, so I'm not going to take a lot of time. So I request Dr. Manish sir to deliver his talk on today's topic. So over to you, Dr. Manish.
Thank you, Mr. Sachin sir. I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah, you are audible.
And my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
It's a full screen.
Yeah, please do the full screen.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you. First of all, I'm thankful to Indian Nursery Association for giving me this opportunity to share my experience about the nursery irrigation. And I'm also thankful to Mr. Y.B. Singh, who are the core behind this, organizing this webinar series for knowledge sharing. I'm thankful to team of Indian Nursery Association, my friend Mr. Sachin Brahmankar, for giving me this opportunity to share with you my knowledge. I know we have participants from different part of the countries. I will try to share my nursery knowledge with the in Hindi as well as in English. दोस्तों नर्सरी जैसे आपको पता है एक ऐसा जगह है, एक ऐसा पौधशाला, एक ऐसा स्थान है जैसे हम हमारे बच्चे को केयर करते हैं वैसे पौधों को केयर करना चाहिए. जहां तक मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है नर्सरी के अंदर, हम बहुत सारी लैकिंग्स करते हैं. वी आर डूइंग सो मेनी मिस्टेक्स. नर्सरी अ वेरी सिंपल प्रोसेस, वेरी सिंपल थिंग. वी कैन से नर्सरी क्या करना है, छोटा छोटा प्लांट बनाना है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ सब कुछ है. ऐसा कहते हैं कि माँ के पेट या अभिमन्यु वाली बात है, या अभिमन्यु वाला फेज है प्लांट की लाइफ का. जो ज्ञान उसको चक्रव्यूह का माँ के पेट में मिला, गर्भ में मिला है, वही प्लांट के अंदर भी होता है. उसका पूरा डेवलपमेंट, उसका ओथ, उसका विगर, उसकी सक्सेस नर्सरी मैनेजमेंट पे डिपेंड करती है. सो इट्स अ पैलेस वेयर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर. टुडे आई एम फोकसिंग स्पेशली फॉर नर्सरी इरिगेशन. एज वी नो, नर्सरी प्लांट्स कंटेंट अराउंड 80 to 95% वाटर. लगभग 80 से 95%, कई बार तो 98% तक पानी होता है पौधे के अंदर. बिकॉज वेरी टेंडर पार्ट, plants are very very tender, so it's very difficult to sustain. They can face even a small stress. Very very difficult. Okay, so it's very very important for nursery. In nursery we have different type of irrigation systems, and in nursery we have different type of the nurseries, like container systems, greenhouse system, open field nursery. In container nurseries, we are just growing the plants in plug trays, in polybags, sometimes plastic containers, small pots. Number of things are there. जो कंटेनर नर्सरी है, जिसको हम बोलते हैं ना कि हम प्लग ट्रे के अंदर लगाते हैं, पोट में लगाते हैं, प्लास्टिक बैग में लगाते हैं, कई बार नर्सरी स्ट्रक्चर्स आते हैं उसमें लगाते हैं, स्टर्लिन प्लेट्स में लगाते हैं, टेफ्लॉन ट्रेज में लगाते हैं. तो बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस हैं इसके अंदर, और ये एक बड़ा सेंसिटिव है दोस्तों. ये हमें समझना होगा. जब खुले फील्ड में नर्सरी लगाते हैं हम, जो जैसे फॉरेस्ट की नर्सरी है, ओपन फील्ड नर्सरी जो है हमारी, वहां प्लांट थोड़ा बहुत मॉइस्चर एटमॉस्फेयर मीडिया से ले लेता है, सोइल से ले लेता है. ऑफ कोर्स वो इतना यूनिफॉर्म नहीं होता है, बट वहां थोड़ा सा चांस होता है. लेकिन कंटेनर नर्सरी very very sensitive, very very sensitive, where no scope is there for any mistake. In container nursery, irrigation system uniformity, reliability and performance is very very essential for success. In container irrigation, unique challenges compared to other type of the irrigation system, very unique challenges. Okay, it is very special because canopy is very very from plant to plant. Container shape, container size, everything is different. The root canopy, again the root density will change with the structures. So each and every pot have in every design of the pot have different requirements. So it's very difficult to maintain an equal task for all. Okay, so the micro irrigation system, sprinklers, drifts, sometimes foggers, inverted sprinklers. So my friend Mr. Farkade share you lot of knowledge about the systems. Each are important in the containers, and which system is suitable. It depends on your requirement. One more thing about the container irrigation, container nurseries, is that a lot of variations with the structures. I will share you in details all the things. Second, greenhouse nurseries, okay, polyhouse covered protected nurseries. These nurseries have are used for producing high grade plants, okay, especially for export purpose, okay, and we are known for production of the saplings for export, and we have number of export oriented units in this regards. So they require highly uniform system. Commercial greenhouses come in a huge in shape and size. Everywhere different requirement and superior consistency for the plants. Okay, nowadays extensive irrigation solutions, worldwide number of options are available. I will share you about the requirement of different crops. In open field nurseries, usually very hardy plants we are growing, like forestry trees, deciduous plants, shrubs, very hardy plants which are grown in open field nurseries. Of course, uniformity is a concern, but it can be manageable with the right system.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Okay, I think the PPT is not rolling, I guess.
Now it's rolling.
It's rolling.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Now we saw the second page. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So nursery.
Dr. Manish, just a humble request. We have only 15 minutes to go. So within 15 minutes, you have to wrap up your session. Please.
Okay, friend. So as you know, is the requirement why we are going for a superiority system, irrigation system, highly precise system, because everywhere crisis for the water, and in nursery excessive use of water, leaching of the nutrients, poor plant growth, leaf drop, a major issue. Quality of the plants are another issue. Poor internal spacing in the between the plants and plant shape, all are suffered with the water stress. Okay, sometimes excessive drainage is also issue which eliminate nutrients. Okay, so we'll talk in details all the things. So irrigation scheduling, it determined optimum moisture level required in nursery containers. Okay, to identifying the preferred irrigation system volume, to apply the nursery containers, to applying the preferred irrigation volume in this correct time, increasing production, yield, quality, save fertilizer, manpower, environmental issue, handle environmental issues, sometime growing media, salinity, water salinity are also issues. It can be manageable through irrigation scheduling systems process. Okay, it improve plant growth, save water, energy, labor, and rupees. Okay. One more thing which I'm focusing you, especially in greenhouse nurseries, in protected nurseries, we are not irrigating or providing water just for irrigation of the plant. Our water is play also important role to maintain the temperature inside the structures. Very, very important aspect. It's a very crucial aspect, because in nursery plants are very small. Transpiration will be there. If transpiration also there sometime, if not managed properly, the management of the temperature, heat, especially in the greenhouse, is very, very crucial. So keep in mind when you're planning irrigation scheduling about the this temperature. Second is complex decisions, because it requires a lot of specific information on plant water use. Every plant species have different water requirement. Okay, insufficient irrigation system, knowledge, even application efficiency affect the plants. Now, one more questions. Keep in mind, water requirement vary with the growing media, composition of growing media. Okay, nurserymen should give some time to handle this issue. May sometime water also affect the nutrient balance, fertilizer requirement of a container. It requires skill, we all knows. Okay, so moreover, more simple uniformity, quickly, and are very important for nursery irrigation. See, as I told you, every plant have different requirement. Every plant have different requirement. Okay, see is the example of some vegetable nurseries which I experienced in different part. So in the same system, same setup, all the plants have different requirements. Leafy vegetables are saplings of leafy vegetables have different requirement. These are much more in demand. As a concept of micro growing is growing green is popular in city areas, in urban areas, and so for vegetable nurseries, again, fruit vegetables like tomato, chili have high water requirement. Then cold vegetables. So keep all the things in mind when you're planning an irrigation system in the nursery. So irrigation scheduling is manually okay. It is effective using controller. Better way to go for controller, because manual system are never be a successful. Reason, you will not get the uniformity for a large commercial nursery. So my suggestion always for automation in the nursery is very important. How much water is given to a plant? It depends on the water holding capacity of the containers. Because when in nursery irrigation, we consider drain out water also. The water, all the water available present in the media is not available for plant. So available water uptake and not available water uptake is a very big consideration for the plant. Here I will say you the volume of the nursery containers can be divided broadly in three parts. We can divide. Okay, air filling porosity, water holding capacity, and substrate solids. These are the components of the nursery containers. Okay, in these all three things in right combination is very important for success of the nursery. We'll discuss one by one all the things. Okay. Generally, it's a major question. Many times nurserymen are asking me questions about the water measuring the water quantity in the nursery. Okay. Generally, literatures have mm. I will tell you the fact is that 1 mm water is equal to 1 cubic meter of the water, equal to 1 gram of the water. So do not confuse. Okay. These are simple calculation. Very important. Our manpower, our labor should know this calculation. So it is easy for them to deciding irrigation scheduling as per the container size. Okay, airfield porosity is very important. Okay, when the container is at the container capacity, the volume that is filled with the air is the airfield porosity. See, the media, air is also there, moisture is also there, and solid material also there. Okay, so air is very important for healthy root growth of the plants. Many times I observed heavy irrigation or excess water. It will be issue to the plant. So container size and depth of the drainage hole should be shut down first. This a practical approach I am sharing you. आपको मैं एक प्रैक्टिकल तरीका दिखा रहा हूं. आपको कंटेनर का साइज मेजर करना है, उसके बाद में ड्रेनेज होल को बंद कर देना है और कंटेनर को पानी से भर देना है. सबसेट लेवल जहां तक हमारा मीडिया बढ़ते वहां तक उसका वेट लेना है. बहुत प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच है, कभी फेल नहीं होंगे आप इसके अंदर. वेट बेसिस पे जाएंगे, हमेशा सक्सेस मिलेगा आपको. ओके, एक बार डिसाइड करना है तो बार बार करने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा आपको. सो जब आपने कंटेनर का मेजर कर लिया, उसके बाद में दूसरा पार्ट आएगा कंटेनर प्लस मीडिया प्लस वाटर. ओके, सो फिल द कंटेनर with the water until fully saturated. First fill the media, then again add the water. Okay, then saturate it and again the weigh it. Okay, after weighing it, for a sec, just put the your media container with the media in the oven at the 105 degrees Celsius temperature for 20 to 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. Okay, by these methods, you will get right weight of the your water. Once you decided how much water is present there, then based on this, you will get water holding capacity of your media. Why I am telling you this approach, not giving you a blend table, because every time when you mix media, the composition or requirement of the water will changes. जो कोई भी मीडिया आप ले रहे हैं, और रोकूल, परलाइट, वर्मिकुलाइट, जो भी आप मीडिया ले रहे हैं, अपने मीडिया का आप मेजर करो. सिंपल अप्रोच आपको मैंने बताया, कभी भूल नहीं होगा आपसे. पहले कंटेनर का साइज लेना है, उसको पानी से भर के मेजर करना है, बाद में कंटेनर को मीडिया और पानी के साथ मेजर करना है. सेचुरेटेड का मतलब ये जब पानी भर दिया, वो पानी जब आपके ड्रेनेज होल से निकल रहा है, जब तक वो टपकना बंद हो जाए, उस स्टेज को बोलते हैं सेचुरेटेड स्टेज. उस स्टेज के ऊपर आपको उसको ओवन में रखना है 105 डिग्री पे, और जस्ट 48 आवर्स ड्राई करना है. ओके, उसका जो डिफरेंस आएगा वो आपका हो गया एयर फिलिंग पोरोसिटी ऑफ द वॉल्यूम. इसको जब आप कंटेनर वॉल्यूम से डिवाइड करेंगे और 100 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, तो आप परसेंट में वैल्यू मिलेगी आपको. वही हमें चाहिए. उस वैल्यूज के बेसिस के ऊपर हम वाटर होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी निकाल सकते हैं कंटेनर की. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज subsets solids. Okay, it's very important part, because how much subset solid require contain in a structure, again you measure it. Okay, by the measuring the container size, minus it from airfill porosity volume and water holding capacity. वो कैसे करना है मैंने आपको पिछली स्लाइड में बताया है. उन दोनों का जो वेट है उसको कंटेनर के वेट से माइनस कर देना, आपको एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू मिल जाएगी. इसको आपको जब मल्टीप्लाई करना, परसेंट में निकालना हो कितना परसेंट वॉल्यूम आएगा मीडिया का, तो आप इसको टोटल वॉल्यूम से डिवाइड करके और 100 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देना, आपको एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू मिल जाएगा. वॉल्यूम को वेट में कन्वर्ट करना बहुत इजी है, सब कैलकुलेशन है, आप कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज द media, nursery media quality is very important, especially for irrigation purpose. Okay, the nursery media, whatever you should use, it should be firm to handle, good water holding capacity, free from pathogens. Very important in nursery media. Nursery major problem in nursery is the pathogens, Phytophthora, Pythium, Rhizoctiana, Verticillium. These are the pathogens which are traveling with the irrigation water. Keep in mind, irrigation पानी के पानी जो आप सिंचाई के लिए पानी दे रहे हैं, उसके साथ में फाइटोफथोरा, पीथियम, आपका ये राइजोक्टियाना, आपका वर्टिसिलियम, ये सभी रोगाणु एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पूरे नर्सरी में फैल जाते हैं. ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम मैंने फील्ड में देखा है तो इन 4-5 पैथोजेंस का देखा, और ये इरिगेशन वाटर से आता है. इसके लिए आप एक काम कर सकते हैं, यूवी का एक बहुत छोटा सा किट आता है, यूवी रेस का, जो यूवी लाइट का, उसका आप इरिगेशन सिस्टम में पाइपिंग में लगा दो तो आपको पैथोजन से सॉल्यूशन मिल जाएगा. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज द properties of nursery media. Very important. Always try to keep, it's very important for planning a irrigation schedule for nursery. CN ratio should be maintained minimum 30:1 ratio. Bulk density should be around 900 to 1000 is very better per cubic meter for watering. Very important. Okay, moisture retention, always try 35 to 50% pore space should be there, and 10 to 15% after irrigation. This air-fill porosity should be there. Okay. Usually, slight acidic media is good for nursery purpose with the cation exchange capacity of the 140 milliequivalent per 100 gram. Okay. See here, I given an example in Rocul media. Very important. See the ratio after leaching. This is a very important table for different media, because in limited time I have to just summarize it. See, the water holding capacity of different media are different. Okay, soil have poor, sphagnum moss is very high, but vermicompost and compost have good. Okay, so why it's very important when you mix different media, जब आप अलग अलग नर्सरी मीडिया का मिक्सचर बनाते हैं तो आपको उसकी गुण धर्मता मालूम होनी चाहिए, उनका केटाइन एक्सचेंज कैपेसिटी कितना है, पीएच कितना है। केटाइन एक्सचेंज कैपेसिटी उनका न्यूट्रिएंट एब्जॉर्प्शन के लिए बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनका वाटर होल्डिंग के लिए बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। कीप इन माइंड, okay, and most of the soilless media are sterile. Most of the soilless media are sterile, and organic soil-based media are not sterile. Okay. Again, the most important part is the water holding capacity. If you are using soil media, then keep in mind the composition of your media have 25% water, 25% air, 25% 5% organic matter, and 25% mineral. This is a common and media composition of the media. But keep in mind, again, it depends on the whatever the plant you select, the root system of the plant. Next is a growing tray and container. Friends, it's very, very important. Generally, we say this crop requires this much water. It is not true for nursery. When you change the tray, shape of the container, size of the container will change immediately. The water requirement, irrigation scheduling, water requirement of the crop will change. Crop absorbs same amount of water, but the requirement will change. The length of the container, vertical length, the height of the container is always work against the gravitational force. So it's very important for the nursery irrigation. See, I will show you what I discuss you. It's very simple table. You see this table, small table, okay? With the changes of the size of the pot or tray, the irrigation ratio, water ratio has changed. Okay, note how much water holding capacity and air filling porosity changes as per the container get smaller. Here you see in a smaller container, the ratio of the percentage of the water is higher than the large container. Very, very important. Keep it in mind. Okay, do not follow blindly the water requirement in all the same for all the containers. It varies with the container size. When the container are larger, then water requirement will reduces. Okay, some water is available for plants too tightly. See, when the water is greater than 1.5 megapascal tension, then it's unavailable for the plants. So if moisture is there, depend on the properties of the media, moisture is there, but all water is not available for a plant. So always keep in mind the plant available water as well as the plant unavailable water. Most soil-less media have limited percentage of the available water. Keep in mind, very limited range of the soil-less media have. Okay, so frequent watering is very, very important. Okay, I will give example of the bark media, fine bark media, which have 50% water holding capacity, and among them only 40% is available. 20% of the total pot, just 40% is available. Okay, so it's in practical way 20% of the pot size is the most is available for plant. Okay, so it's very important. Keep in mind. Now, in brief, time is very limited. Keep in mind that two options are hand watering is not better, not cheaper, not easier. We are doing in nursery, but it's very, very expensive. Okay, you cannot do it better by hand. Always issues. So I will suggest you whatever your automation is small or large, you should go for automation with the precise irrigation solutions. It increases the price of your product. lower the cost, increase the efficiency, and it also reduce your dependency on employees, on laborers. It's make profitable your nursery. The simple irrigation scheduling I have given for open field nurseries. Friends, for container nursery, very difficult, because in a specific situation, one can say this is the ratio you should maintain. Because when you change the media, the composition, water quality is very blind to say this is the ratio. It is not possible for a common media, but for a soil-based nursery, for open container nursery, it is a suggestible irrigation schedule. And at the end, I will tell you, automation is driving the future of the nursery industry. And the size of the nursery does not matter, small or big. You should always go for automation. In nursery, if you are going to automation, then you have option for both close recirculating hydroponic system as well as open hydroponic system. Both the systems are possible in case of the automation. I suggest you should prefer close recirculating hydroponic system, because by this method we can save our nutrients, wastage of water, and also we recycle the same water, so it's good for our industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manish Sharma, sir. You have shared a very nice information on composition of media, all related to the water requirement of the plants, irrigation scheduling, and you have rightly mentioned the uniformity in watering. And once again, you have mentioned the container size, media, and water relationships very nicely. So thank you very much for joining with us today in today's session and delivered a nice talk. Thank you very much, Dr. Manish Sharma. Dr. Farkade sir has also mentioned the different types of irrigation systems. He has also emphasized on the smart rotative irrigation system that is more beneficial to all the nurserymans. Even he has given a wide focus on the selection of irrigation system. And last but not least, he has enlisted it very nicely on the in a brief on the maintenance of the irrigation system. So today, both the speakers has delivered a nice talk and very informative session for all of us. So thank you very much to Milind sir, Dr. Manish Sharma sir. And today we have seeing the time. We are already 5 minutes late. So I request all the participants, those who have any question, I have shared the speakers' numbers in the chats. They are free to call them as per their convenient time and ask their queries. And Milind sir and Manish sir is available for you to solve your queries. So on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association, once again, I am very thankful to both the speakers, Milind sir and Manish sirs, and our participants, those who join us for today's webinar. And last but not least, the team of INA who is working in the back office. So thank you, Shivangi madam, Pinky madam, and the whole team of Indian Nurserymen Association. And on next Thursday, we have a very important webinar on the image building in nursery business. So how to build an image in nursery business, and to guide us for this webinar, Mr. Swat Joshi is going to guide us for this. So till then, once again, I'm thankful to all of you, and see you in the next minute. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
everyone.
Shashi. Thank you, INA.
Thank you, Manish.
Thank you, Farkade sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.